When I was a child, one of those movies that I really enjoyed was Space Jam. In this movie, a group of 5 tiny aliens was challenged by the funny Looney Tunes to play a basketball game. To deal with the Looney Tunes, this evil alien turned into some disgusting pink thing and got into the best basketball players' heads to steal their skill and turn into monsters. Immediately after, the players had forgotten how to play. I must admit that this stealing moment made me want to understand for years what happened to those players to end up forgetting how to play. Now, let's come back to reality. Well, it might sound crazy, but 20 years later, I was given the chance to study the brain. And I was able to understand it, that what had happened to those players was that they had lost their capacity to pay attention to any stimuli, such as a ball pass. Please, try to imagine now that the disgusting pink thing that empties the player's brains represents the obesity, and that the player in the movie represents children in the real life. Nowadays, around 340 million young people suffer from obesity's pandemic. We could say that when the disgusting pink thing gets into the player's bodies, or when the obesity overcomes the child's body, in either case, they have less healthy brains. Less healthy brains. How many of you, when you were a child, were suddenly grabbed by any of your parents before crossing the road because you were just thinking about everything except about crossing? Did you know that situation like that one could happen more frequently when you are obese? Thanks to science, we know that all this depends on an electric network system that runs the brain with the aim of carrying the necessary information to memorize or pay attention to something. So, I wonder, how could we make these situations better? Science may have the answer, and it could be something as simple as play. I'm sure you all agree with me here that kids love to play games. Well, in my thesis, we will try to know if physical games could help improve the electric network system in the brain and consequently memory, attention capacity, or creativity of those kids. But let me finish by coming back to the end of Space Jam. The Looney Tunes finally managed to give their skill back to the players by beating the monster, and curiously enough, they did so through playing. But I wonder, another way of his kids improving his brain through physical game. Now, is that fiction or reality? Thank you very much.